lot lined up for all of you. Without wasting any time, let's begin day 2 of the News9 Global Summit with the welcome address by the man who envisioned this summit, the MD and CEO of TV9 Network, Mr. Varun Das.
Thank you, Meha. Thank you, Padmaja. Namaste, Germany. Guten Morgen. To all of you who have braved this cold winter in Stuttgart and made it to day 2 of News9 Global Summit. We are honored to have Mr. Cem Özdemir, Federal Minister for Food and Agriculture, and also recently Education and Research. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us this morning. For those who were not with us yesterday, we heard from Minister Ashwini Vaishnav and Jyotiraditya Scindia ji on how India and Germany are on course to further the bilateral cooperation between the two great nations. Let me quote Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia when he spoke from this very dais. He said, Indo-German partnership is a living bridge that unites the world's two most dynamic countries, a bridge that is not built on steel or stone, but beliefs, ideas, and values. I couldn't agree more. Minister Ashwini Vaishnav went on to reiterate that India offers trust, talent, and stability, which is all the more relevant for exchange of skills between India and Germany. Today, we will delve deeper into the skills program that India and Germany are working together on. Today's sessions also offer a glimpse on how India is reinventing itself across all themes and how Germany is an obvious partner in this journey towards sustainable growth. Just last month, I was at a lunch that was hosted by the Prime Minister of India in the honor of Chancellor Olaf Scholz in Delhi. The Hyderabad House in New Delhi was abuzz with camaraderie, optimism, and ambition. I'm quite certain that the ongoing deliberations at News9 Global Summit will further the cause of India and Germany walking together on the road where the winner would only be the planet. Talking about the planet, well, that is where we kick off today's proceedings. Climate change is a reality that has hit all of us, from floods in India's Chennai to Spain's Valencia. The impact of climate change is no more restricted to scholarly literature. It is upon us. COP29 ended yesterday, and the NATE collective quantum goals seem to remain just another pipe dream. The big question of who will finance the climate change and by how much continues to be a contentious debate. In fact, some of our speakers at the conference today are arriving from Baku after attending the COP29. We'll hear from them firsthand later today. The biggest calamity of climate change is food production, and inflation in food prices hits everyone equally, no matter how rich or poor. So starting the proceedings today would be none other than Cem Özdemir, Federal Minister of Food and Agriculture, Germany, who's recently been added, having given an added responsibility of education and research. Welcome to the summit, sir, once again. We will then move on to another theme that is dominating the global headlines, and that is artificial intelligence. In his address during India visit, Chancellor Olaf Scholz, and during Chancellor Olaf Scholz's India visit, Prime Minister Modi said that AI has two definitions: artificial intelligence and aspiring India. And while India will endeavor to take the lead on technology, the nation is transforming as a manufacturing powerhouse. As global companies began diversifying their supply chains in adopting the China Plus One strategy, India becomes an obvious choice. So on the News9 Global Summit, we'll talk about an India that is poised to be the next factory of the world. And then, of course, we will hear from our keynote speaker at this News9 Global Summit, the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi himself. He will take us right inside the global bright spot called India. But just when you think it is over, we will dazzle you with a memorable evening that felicitates global icons as well as auto leaders. And finally, we will leave you with a solo concert like what you have never seen before. On behalf of News 9 and esteemed partners, I thank you for joining this summit today. May this summit ignite meaningful conversations, foster impactful partnerships, and pave the way for a brighter, greener, and more resilient future together. Welcome once again to the News 9 Global Summit. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Das, for setting the stage for the day's event. The theme of this summit, as we've been telling you all, it's India and Germany, a roadmap for sustainable growth. Sustainable growth across sectors, starting with what keeps us all alive. Food to deliver the opening address of the day, Agenda for Sustainable Growth. It's our pleasure to invite on stage Germany.